is a life coach with over a decade of experience working with teenagers, preteens, and parents, both in Zimbabwe and abroad. He leads the Edutainment Center, and he has a popular book, My Dating App. And this is part of the show. We discuss issues to do with parenting and teenagers, of course, with the help of the one, the only Coach Tafadzwa. How are you doing, Coach? Good morning.
I'm excellent. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Long. So good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Feels like it's been really long, hey?
Yes.
And we're also live on Facebook. You can join the conversation. We're looking at bridging the gap.
Yeah, so today we're talking about bridging the gap between primary school and high school. So very soon, grade 7s would have started writing their exams. They're starting on Monday. Good luck to all the grade 7s who are going to be writing. And then after that, they're going to have a very long holiday whilst they're waiting for their results and waiting to go to high school. So that time, because it's a time to just chill, they feel like they're done with exams, it can be a time that they waste. It can be a time that becomes idle. And you know what happens during your idle time. Sometimes mischief creeps in and all. So instead of having a good bridge between primary and high school, getting them prepared, what's going to happen is that during that time, it can be a time where they actually develop bad habits that will be problematic for them as they start their teenage, as they start Form 1. So I thought I would talk about this before they even write, so that parents can be proactive and can start planning what they can do with their grade 7s when they're done with their exams. Many a times we act as if we didn't see something coming. Mwana wangu agara kumba izvi zvatoboekana ndokushaya ndoita sei naye, and it feels like it has just happened all of a sudden. But we knew that exams were coming, and after exams they're just going to be idle. There isn't going to be much to do at home. So it's important to be intentional. Maturity doesn't come automatically. Sometimes you hear adults or parents saying, what are Form 1, but mafungiro ako amboitonge Form 1. It's not like they're going to automatically become mature, morally mature to be Form 1s or to be teenagers. It's something that you have to teach them. Of course, in terms of numerical growth, age-wise, in terms of just their bodies, they grow automatically. You don't have to do anything as a parent to make that growth happen. But when it comes to them maturing in their mind, socially, emotionally, you actually need to put an effort to invest something into them. And this is the time that you need to do between now and the time that they start Form 1. So there are 3 things that you need to be cognizant of. Number 1, preteens have got this unique quality. They want to make you proud as a parent. They want to make authorities proud. So they'll do all they can to be the teacher's favorite kid or to be mom's favorite kid. But once they go into teenage, a child would rather be the cool guy according to girls at school than make you proud at home. So they would rather be the famous person outside school, outside academic circles, but in their own social groups. Peer approval is now more important. So you need to take advantage of this little window of time that you will have between now and the time that they start in Form 1 to make sure that you teach them as much as you can at a time when they still want to make you proud. And then number 2, preteens are curious and they are still at a level where they are chatty. They want to share with you what's happening in their lives, sometimes more than you're willing to listen. But once they get into teenage, now they would have mastered the art of over summarizing stuff. They no longer want to talk to you. They just describe a whole experience, maybe in one word. I often talk about it was alright, it was fine, it's okay, and that's supposed to summarize everything. So before that time comes, this is the time you can take advantage and have chats with them, get to understand how they're thinking, identify information gaps in them, and then you feed them with the information that you want. Because very soon they'll be out of the house, especially if they're going to be going to a boarding school. They'll be out of the house and your time with them is going to be limited. Those time constraints will have a bearing on the kind of influence that you can have in their lives. So take advantage of the 2 months between now and the time that they're going to start high school, and make sure that you teach them as much as you can, so that when teenage defiance now comes, it comes in a moderate way. We all know that teenage comes, there's going to be those mood swings, there's going to be those arguments. I think this is the period where parents and their teenagers have the most arguments, and that's understandable because your children are now becoming individual selves, and they are starting to have their own values and not just borrowed values from you. So you want that time to come when you've already instilled certain values in them, so that the way it comes out will not be as disruptive, will not be as problematic. Because if you had not instilled the right values in your child, when that period comes, like literally, I've had conversations with parents where a 15-year-old, a dad is angry, tries to discipline a child, and then the child or mama I've had stories like that. So it's important to make sure that before that time comes, you've already grounded them in the right principles, and you want to do that once they are done with their grade 7, because like I've said, once they're done with their exams, you will feel like ngavachingozorora, and maybe you give them unlimited access to the internet, unlimited access to gadgets. Tablet, and they can do whatever they want. And because they're spending literally the whole day on the phone, they end up getting into everything and trying everything, and they're feeling like, oh, because I was studying, I was busy, I had paused my TikTok, Instagram, everything. Since I have all the time in the world, let me just check out everything and see what's happening. And in that process, they build the wrong habits. This is the time where sometimes premature dating starts, because they have all the time to talk to anybody who has time.
Because they're in their space and they're by themselves and stuff.
They have the space, they're by themselves, and they feel like I don't have anything like to look forward to. Time you could spend. So you need to be intentional about how your child is going to spend that time. You actually create a program for them so that they remain busy, be it sporting program where they're engaged in a sport that they love, and you know that maybe every day or 3 days a week you're dropping them off that place, and because there is physical exercise, they do not get into boredom, and they do not end up getting into mischief as well. And then outside that, it can also be just a time for bonding, a time for you and your child to just get to know each other and to create a bond and to become friends. Do you know that there are some kids, the moment they go out to uni, they can spend like a whole month without even thinking about their parents, to just like give a social call to really say. Of course, they will think about their parents when they need something. But outside them wanting something from their parents, there may not be even any conversations. It's just, dad is there, mom is there, I'm doing my thing. So it's important to make sure that at this juncture, you've built a bond with them. Maybe you just create a bit of time to play games together. You create time to just go out somewhere together, so that even when they are now out there in boarding school, they have those memories of the good times that you had together, and there's something to miss, and then they want to like continue the conversations with you. So outside you coming up with a structured program for them, there are also things that you can start thinking about and you need to do. So number one, you need to guide digital use. So think about,
it's important.
It's very important. You need to guide that, because sometimes we are unfair to the little ones. Think about adults. Think about how some are even addicted to their social media, to X, to... There are some who can't spend a day, to date at once. They can't spend hours without checking out what's happening on their X account, what's happening on Instagram. They're busy working on a report, but here and there they have to like go to X and see what's happening. So it's now like a part of them in that way, and they've become sort of addicted, and sometimes they even go to places they know they're not supposed to go to, and we're talking about adults. And then now you're expecting a 12-year-old whom you've just given the phone, and they're having unlimited access for the first time, to just know what to do and not end up like visiting the wrong sites, not to end up getting addicted. So it's just asking too much for a 12-year-old. They need the guidance, and they need help, and sometimes you need to be restrictive and actually say, okay, you're not going to sleep on your phone, my phone's gambo yakunoku, because you still can control them. Pachadzoka Form 1, for you to say that is going to be difficult, but if you had already inculcated the habit in them whilst they're still in grade 7, by Form 1 it's already in them, and it's easy to continue to do the right thing even when they are in Form 1. And then you also need to start teen conversations. I've said start for the sake of those parents who had not started, but you should have started conversations about puberty already. You should have started conversations about friendships, especially friendships, because friendships in primary school and in high school are different. In primary school, munhu waunongokwira naye bhazi rekuchikoro becomes a friend. If you go to a new neighborhood and then you see somebody who's almost your age, you start talking to each other, and then you've become friends, because apasat panima values, you don't consider many things. And so the problem that most kids have is they go into Form 1 with that same attitude. They're thinking, okay, just because we are classmates or we play soccer together, we're going to be friends. And along the way, they realize that their personalities, their values are very different. And then maybe they are rejected by the friend, and then problems come in, or maybe they discover that the friend is into vaping, and now they're pushing them to do that. So it's important that now, during this time, you talk to your children about friendships, how friendships are formed, like real friendships, that you don't just become friends with somebody because you're sharing the same space. You become friends with somebody because you have common values, and when you take such an approach, then peer pressure is not going to be a problem. So all of these are conversations that you can start to have with them. Teach them to start thinking about their own purpose, like what were they created for? What impact do they want to make on the world? So that they start having even role models. You know, when you've got a purpose in life, you have a reason for going the extra mile, because you know, I want to achieve A, B, C. When everybody else is maybe playing, you could say, I want to study because I want to get a scholarship. I want to go to XYZ university and all. So it's important to now start helping them understand, oh, you need to have a purpose in life. It's not just about going to school, doing your books, but there's life beyond that. And what can you start doing in the now in order to achieve that purpose? So these are conversations you're starting to have with them, which will cause them to be mature. Like I said, maturity.
And you know what I love, like you're saying, that, you know, it's just being intentional about it, and not then expecting them to then just wake up and catch up with their age and just be mature. That you are actually building them towards that maturity through conversations. Yeah.
So those conversations are very important. And you know, there's something that I think we rarely talk about: character versus certificates. So there's so much emphasis on academics, so much emphasis on the getting certificates aspect, and very little given on character building. So character building is important. Imagine this: would you rather, would you want to go to a doctor anonyazoziva basa rake but is very dishonest? Because at the back of your mind you're thinking, good, even surgery andiri kunzi ndikufana kuitiswa yacho anogona kunge ari kuda kutsvaga mari. Maybe it's not even necessary for that thing to be done on me, but because ari kutsvaga mari. So you want to build a child who's both the character, who's loving, who's compassionate, but is competent. But the compassionate side of things, normally we don't put much effort. We just expect munhu anofana kuzviziva, munhu anofana kuve nemoyo wakanaka. Moyo wakanaka, there's an effort that's put into making that somebody has moyo wakanaka. Anyway, I've talked a lot. If you're a parent of a grade 7 and you would like to get some information on how you can support your children as they start their exams next week, please feel free to contact me on my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is 0773 606 728. 0773 606 728. So what you do is you just write the number 7 and you send it to that WhatsApp number, and then I'll give you details on how you can get a document with information on how you can support your child as they start their exams on Monday.
Thank you so much, Coach Tafadzwa, right there with tinzim.com. We get to do this again next week, same time. If you're just tuning in and you missed the greater part of it, you can watch on our Facebook page. We were live on there as well. It is Star FM, sounding good all the time. We have the news coming up, and on the other side, more stuff lined up right here on your mid-morning cruise into the stars, into the galaxy. 11 o'clock.